Pepe Julian Onzima, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning.
Why are you gay?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Gauntlet, where we go over everything esports news. I'm your host, Captain Zeus, followed by JT and Novaburst. We're going over the little matches going for Week 12 of the Overwatch League. In Day 1, we got Seoul Dynasty, repping them right here, versus Hangzhou Spark, Guangzhou versus Shanghai, New York, finally seeing them, against Chengdu, Atlanta had their little rematch against Philadelphia, San Fran up against LA Valiant again, and that concludes Day 1. Day 2, we have Hangzhou versus Chengdu, as usual, Shanghai versus Seoul, which would be awesome, Guangzhou versus New York, Florida versus Boston, and the Battle of Texas to conclude Day 2. But speaking of Seoul Dynasty, real quick, look at that! Look at this cool jacket thing I got. Oh yeah! I got this off the Overwatch League website. Everybody, this thing is super nice.
It would be much better if it was, Dallas blue.
Why would I want something so disgusting? You know what? Screw you and that gross shade of blue you guys have.
You don't even know what kind of team that is yet. It's only their third match.
Seoul Dynasty's legitness, okay? They're going to sweep Hangzhou 3-0. That's simple.
Yeah. I know Seoul is the better team here, but I don't know about a sweep here. Hangzhou had a rocky week last week.
Very rocky.
At least they didn't get entirely swept, so they did one more.
Yeah, they got 3-0 and then 3-1. Oof.
But
they did better than Vancouver.
I'll take at least a fight in here. You know what I mean?
True.
3-1, 3-2. I would hope for a 3-2.
If it goes to a 3-2, that'll be interesting.
Hell, I would hope for a win, of course, but
It's true.
you can only wish for something.
This is also a true statement. It's going to be a 3-0. Next up, Shanghai going to 3-0 Guangzhou. Agreed?
Yep.
No.
Oh, okay.
How do you say no to that?
How do you say no to that?
I mean, we all agreed
I
last
think you're
time.
breaking up. It's that bad prediction.
Yep. Oh, dang!
Ha 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 ha. So funny.
It was so funny.
About that. So Shanghai, we agreed last time, or at least I agreed that Shanghai, top team out of the Chinese. But Guangzhou, they come out unpredictable, just like Chengdu. They be popping out wins at Vancouver, like unexpected. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're totally desperate. I still think, hey, they can even pull a reverse sweep on them. We don't know. I feel like there's really unpredictable.
But it's Shanghai, though.
But it's Shanghai. But it was Vancouver, and we saw what happened. You know what I mean?
But
They have a lot
Shanghai,
of
though.
practice.
Vancouver's trash now.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. What?
No.
I think
we can't just throw them underneath the bus. I'm not gonna.
I threw him underneath there. I felt sorry. Let me drag him back out real quick. Okay, just drag him back out because not as great as we thought they were. New York though, up against the Chinese teams. Finally, we get to see New York play. What are we thinking, guys?
3-0, baby.
I see a 3-0 over here. Nova, do you have something to come back?
I'm gonna follow by saying what JT loves to say is, I don't know, New York, they might be rusty.
Ooh,
Rusty dusty. You know what I mean? JT loves saying that, and if he can't back that up with his own New York team, if you don't think they're not going to be rusty against a Chinese team that's been playing almost every single week, you're surely going to be like underestimating them.
especially against awakening.
Especially against Chengdu, who we called one of like the most
Random,
unorthodox teams. They just pull out comps out of their wazoo like it's nothing. You know what I mean? So I think New York's going to have a great fun time against Chengdu, but I think Chengdu's going to give them a run for their money.
Well, I'm going to dispute everything you just said.
Oh,
So-
here we go.
Pull the sweep. I don't think that's
normally teams are rusty because star players feed off of things like the crowd, their teammates, and they don't get to do that right now. So when they haven't played games in a while, that affects them. New York is not a team like that. They play as a unit. They can do the same thing.
They're not a
against-
team.
I'm gonna butt it there. So you're saying New York is the exception to all of these teams that haven't played because they're a
Yes.
unit.
Correct. I don't.
I just want to be sure I heard you right.
They have some great players. Don't get me wrong there. But the reason they are so dominant is not because they have the star player. It's because they are a good team unit. They know how to work together. They know what to do. They know how to play off of each other. Okay?
Yeah.
That's why I don't think this is going to affect them rust-wise. Yeah, they might start off a little weak, but they'll fix that real quick. Now, the second thing, they're playing one of the most random teams in the league. You know what beats random teams? Consistent play.
Oh, sure. I mean, I guess.
Consistency beats random plays every time. If you are a consistent team, that's how you win.
Is
Now,
Vancouver
who
consistent?
is-
I was about to say, Vancouver say the same thing?
Oh, true that.
No.
No, because Vancouver has some star players they rely on to carry teams. It's just like Atlanta. They have the same problem. They have some people who have to go off in order for them to win. If they don't, they have nothing to fall back on. When's the last time you've seen anyone on New York carry their team to a victory by themselves? A support player?
Yeah,
That's
surely
their
supporting
yeah.
them.
He is a great support player. Probably the best
Are you
support player.
underestimating support characters?
No, I'm not. I'm just
I
saying
heard-
they
I
don't
remember
carry
correctly.
the game. They're not the ones killing everyone. Yeah, he's keeping everyone alive.
I've seen him do some crazy kills.
So have I, but he's not team wiping people by himself every engagement.
Fair
You got
enough.
like a baby bay running in, getting 6 kills. He carries a team fight. Jay Jonak's not doing that. He might get a pick, maybe 2 if he's lucky. So they are a consistently winning team. That's their DNA. It's always been that way.
So do
So
you
I don't
think that you're 100% positive this is going to be a 3-0?
It could be a 3-1. It's possible they come in. I think it's going to be a 3-0. It's possible they come in and lose the first game.
How do you feel if it's a 3-0 the opposite way?
Well, then they're not as consistent as I thought. Because their whole identity is built on consistent play. They don't do anything like super crazy. I mean, it's very rare you see anything like really crazy from New York. They play meta, and they play it better than anyone else. That's what they do. That's why they're a top team. They just beat. You can never beat New York in a straight 6v6 because they're just going to out team play.
Oh my. Quite an argument.
Are you going to tell me, like, let's be real? Let's
I'm
just
real.
be real.
When are we not being real?
Well, there's sometimes
Fair enough. It was-
for the two of you that I know you're just.
I know it's like when you think Dallas is going to win stuff. Anyways,
So New York, so their carries. Are you really going to tell me that you would put any one of their DPS players in the top 10 DPS pool?
dude, I don't even know their DPS players. names.
Exactly. Do you know their tanks?
No.
Do you know their other support?
Besides Jay Jonak, no.
Exactly. Do you know their coaching staff?
They're not my team. I don't care.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you.
But
That's a bit much there.
They've been a top 5 team every season.
True. True that.
So that is and they don't change their team drastically. So that is unbelievable that they have a bunch of people you don't know that have been on their team for 3+ years. And they're winning games consistently. That just shows they're a better team fighting team, not a solo player team. If I say Atlanta, who do you think of?
Atlanta.
Defray. Defray.
Or Baby Bay, or someone like that, right?
I know.
Most of these teams have the star who like runs people over. If I say Boston, there's only one man on that team.
You think of Jerry.
That's my argument.
Color Hex.
Oh yeah, there's that
Yeah.
guy.
I forgot he exists.
There's other people.
Not really. That's
Okay.
that's the argument.
That's
Speaking of Atlanta, you know.
Yeah, we'll hop off New York.
We'll go back to that in a little bit. There's that rematch, Atlanta Philly. Thoughts, concerns, prayers. 3-2.
It's gonna be a great game. Yet again,
I wanted
but
to see a 3-2 either way.
I want to see if Atlanta learns from last time. But I feel like Philly is also, taking this experience as well to take Atlanta seriously. But I still think Philadelphia will still take the win over on this one.
I want to see a sweep. I really do.
I
don't care
don't.
which way. I want to see a sweep just to see
I
the
don't.
look on you guys' faces.
I wouldn't want to see a sweep because that
It'll be
just
fun.
takes the fun out of it.
But
Well,
that'll be
you're
Because that means one of the teams underperformed.
yeah, and that's not fun. You know what I mean?
Oh, for me,
I
want to
see a 3-2.
Because you
Because
don't
both of
care
these
for these
are
teams.
close.
We care.
I don't
we
care for
both
the
Both of
teams
these
that aren't
teams are
mine.
close. I think both of these teams are fairly close. I think this is the second best match of day one for Saturday. So I would like to
Yeah.
see a 3.
I want it to come to the last straw. Two Doomfists just like
What?
both punching at the same time, and whoever wins
A
that
draw.
punch, yeah, they get to win them. I want it that close. You know what I mean?
That's like anime season-ending kind of close there, bro.
Exactly.
So what you're
Jeez.
saying is you want to see exactly what happened to Dallas last week.
I want to see Naruto Sasuke
Unbelievably
end.
close.
I want to see Naruto Sasuke ending.
Both of them losing arms.
Wow, that's quite a specific one. Wow, it's hard to follow up on that.
Okay,
We have San
handicap
Fran
players.
versus LA.
I don't care about
What? I'm speechless.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
because Valiant's losing this game. Like 100%.
I would want them to win this game, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, give me odds of them winning this game.
I think Valiant's scared. They're like, we had them the first time.
That was the
Second
first half.
time,
They wrecked
Sec-
us.
yeah, second time, they were like,
It was
hey,
a 3-1.
stop
It wasn't a wreck. It was a 3-1.
It was pretty close to a wreck.
That's,
None of those games were really close. Even the one they won.
Yeah, it was a 3-1. Let's calm your toots for a little bit there.
I think San Fran's back on the ropes. I think
Yeah,
San Fran
I
got
can
this.
agree that San Fran's getting back on the train again. I still don't think they're as good as we thought in the beginning of the season. Probably just overhyped them. I still don't have a lot of faith in them. I would want, obviously, as a Valiant fan, I would want them to win this matchup. I'm pretty sure they won't, but I would want them to. Worst case scenario, it's like a 3-1 San Fran. I would hope it goes to a
worse.
game 5, though. I want to see another game 5 with them, just to see if they can bounce back and show everyone they got the stuff. They got the stuff.
They don't have the stuff.
I mean, I would actually kind of like them to win this game.
Valiant?
There would be no way for them to. You know why?
It's a possibility, though.
know
In the
why?
realm of possibilities, it's there.
You know why I want them to win?
Yeah, here we go. What?
Because the other LA team, my LA team, just beat Valiant, which means, in a weird way, we are better than.
San Fran.
There's
Well-
no logic to that.
There is, because we just beat LA.
To
Or
a
we just
game
beat Valiant.
5.
There's no correlation to that
You guys
whatsoever.
almost had a reverse sweep on you, though. You almost had a
Anyway,
reverse
we're
sweep.
gonna go switch it up. Hung Zhao versus Chengdu.
Hung Zhao
Any-
about to sweep it under the rug. Just
These Chinese teams, I don't know. We talked about last time with them sweeping each other. I don't want that, but
they're going against
I
each
do.
other way too much. At
I
first, it was game 5, game 5, game 4, game 5, game 5. Now, because they play each other so much, it's 3-0s now. Like, what are you gonna do?
Spark is known for being a team that keeps on fighting, even though they're still losing.
It's true.
So they do like to pull like those 3-1s, 3-2s. So I don't think it's gonna be 3-3s. I don't think it's gonna be sweep whatsoever, especially against Chengdu, which I think is, have been improving
Yeah,
slightly.
but Chengdu's also like a wild card out of the Chinese teams because they'll be that middle tier, and then out of nowhere they'll just like win, against
Yeah.
against like Hangzhou, Vancouver. They'll just win out of nowhere. It's like, well, where did this come from? And then they'll go back to just being middle tier. They're about as random as their actual gameplay is, and it's interesting to see, and I kind of like that in the league, to have someone that random. I wish we could see a little bit more of it, but it's also the inconsistency is kind of like daunting a little bit.
Yeah.
But Zhejiang Hangzhou's, I mean, they're like the second best Chinese team.
I'm calling
Take away last week's endings, I still think Hangzhou's going to win.
I'm calling no score. They don't actually play.
Oh snap!
That's my prediction.
That's so unexpected.
What a twist!
That's just what my personal feeling, because I would prefer these teams not actually play each other again.
Why?
Because I've seen it too many times that I'm tired of seeing 3-0s one way or the other.
I mean, they're actually climbing up the standings because they played so much against each
They're like,
other.
dude, we're gonna play
each other.
against two teams, and we'll keep winning and or losing, and that'll get us up in the rankings. There we go.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's like if let's see, Philadelphia only had to play Boston
Oh
for
god!
like 2 months. They
And
just
Boston
have,
like takes a
10-0,
win like once or twice, and they're like, "Hey, we won!" Yeah, it's like this-
10-8. They're
exactly.
untouchable in first place.
That's how it's going. That's how it's going. But you know what's going to be a way better matchup, which I think is, out of this weekend, the second best matchup of this weekend? Seoul Dynasty versus Shanghai Dragons, which we've actually already kind of speculated when these Chinese teams started to come out against each other, or when Seoul started to play against each other. I love both teams equally. I think this will be like a Game 5 type matchup.
I don't think so.
Wow.
I think Seoul.
Let me finish my thing real quick. I think it'll be a Game 5. I think it'll be a Game 5, but Seoul's winning this. 100%.
I don't think so. I think it's 3-1, but Shanghai puts up a good fight every game.
So it's like close, but Seoul
I think
comes
it.
out 3-1.
I mean, I could see a Game 5, but I don't think they're actually that close. I really do think Seoul's like a legit team.
I can see that. I say this due to hype reasons because both teams are really good, and Shanghai's just keeps going on a winning streak, and Seoul's also on a winning streak. It's gonna be like a brawl, and it's gonna be a really good match. And
I
that's
think
why
no matter
Game
what,
5.
every game's close. Even if for some reason Shanghai comes out on top, I think Seoul's the better team here.
Yeah.
But I think each game's just going to be a dogfight.
I can agree to that. I will 100%
It's going to be a good
agree to that.
matchup. I can't wait for this matchup.
Yeah, I think Shanghai has a better odds than Hangzhou, who gets to go against them the first day. But since I believe Shanghai has better chances, I think, yeah, definitely. Kind of like Zeus was saying, Game 5, but Seoul winning.
Look at that.
3-1.
We got the Lions. Meow. Just slaughtering. Carol Baskin.
I think they're legit.
Terrible.
I really do think Seoul's legit.
I 100%. I think they're like a top 5 team.
I agree. I think they are number 5.
Stop. Every time. You know what? Screw you. Okay.
They
We're
might
gonna
be
move
4.
on to this New York matchup, which I don't know.
This is a trap game. I'm telling you right now.
It's a trap
game.
card right here because we think Guangzhou is not going to do anything, and then they're going to come out with like a reverse 3-0 sweep or something.
See, I don't think New York loses this for the same reasons I didn't think they were losing the day before. I think consistent play beats teams like this. So that's what their identity is.
Guangzhou's pretty consistent.
Yeah, they're very consistent, but New York is more consistent. So that's their whole. I mean, let's be real. That's been the stick of New York forever. They're boring, but they win. That's
But
like
they're boring.
correct, but they win.
But they're boring.
Yeah, what does it matter if you're winning games?
And they're boring.
So they found their identity. Let's hope they haven't lost their identity. That's kind of the only worry, because then they go from a top 5 team to like a bottom team. If they've somehow lost the ability to team fight, they go from top 5 to like a bottom really fast.
I think that goes to say with any of the teams that haven't played within the past 3 months, that because they're not playing anyone. Well, I mean, they're scrimming and they're doing their gameplay, but because they haven't really gone against any other team competitively like that, they're all going to be rusty. And obviously, they can watch game footage, but you can only watch so much without actually doing anything. That's why we see Vancouver and San Fran. First week coming back, they're just getting swept. It's like, what's going on?
And I think New York has the least chance of that happening. It's still a possibility, but I think they have the least chance because they don't rely on one player. But man, if they do succumb to that, you could be seeing a great team disappear for a long time because they also don't have a star player to fall back on,
which they probably should.
Well, it's worked for them. Why would you switch up a formula?
See,
that
you
works?
say it works, but they haven't won anything. You know what I mean?
True, but they win games.
So you can win games, but they're not winning any finals, season finals or anything, which is ultimately what the coaching staff and what the management want. So there has to be some kind of change up there.
Maybe, but it's unfortunate because a lot of the times they've been kicked off in playoffs is one player going off, and they can't fight that kind of firepower sometimes. Yeah. But a lot of times that doesn't happen. So I would take the consistency over one player.
I think due to the consistency of the top teams losing their first weekend, they're going to lose.
I don't think so. Now, if they were able to get a super high tier talent for DPS, dude, that would be insane.
Jerry on New York would be destructive.
Okay, so I would change my entire opinion if they could get Jerry. Because Jerry seems to be a team player. He doesn't seem to trash talk Boston. As far as I can tell, he's very quiet and very respectful to his team, which that just seems like the perfect New York DPS star.
He is like the perfect player, honestly.
He team fights.
Nova, what have you done? You have found such a gem. Dude,
I'm going to start tweeting about this every day for the next month. Please, Jerry. We'll give you Sabiabi.
You're going to give him Sabiabi? Oh, gosh.
He doesn't need to join New York.
Just think of that powerhouse of a team.
That would be destructive. They would be unstoppable.
Yeah, definitely.
Sabiabi.
Just not New York. Just any team that you guys like. He can't join them. Nope.
What?
I don't think he would be good on Paris, actually.
I don't think he would be as well, but that would help.
I was going to say Atlanta, but he would be terrible there, too.
Yeah, Atlanta already has a star.
New York is lacking one. That would be a great fit. Hey, New
York,
how much money
Jerry.
How much money does New York have, I wonder?
Boston versus Florida. I went on a very heart-to-heart touch with Boston last time, talking about that they were done. I was done with them. We just broke up last time, and I don't know. I mean, if they can win any game, if they can sabotage people's seasons, I don't care what they do. So
spoiler.
But I'll root for Boston just to win games. I mean, especially against Florida, because I still don't see what's up with Florida.
You don't like no barbecue?
Florida is exactly its name, mayhem. Florida is.
They're so unpredictable too. I like that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna root for Boston just for pure chaos. Yeah, and hopefully they start winning just to ruin seasons, but still don't make it to the playoffs.
I'd be interested to see a Boston a London version comeback where they just start winning every single game they have. That would be cool.
I don't want them in the playoffs though. just
you don't want your heart broken that bad?
Yeah, I just want them to win to ruin people's seasons, but don't make it to the playoffs.
Well, I think we can agree Florida's going to 3-0 this. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
No, nope. I don't agree with that. I think it's 3-2 Jerry.
Ooh,
Jerry.
Wait, what?
This team's name is Jerry.
It's the Jerry Uprising.
I don't respect that other thing they're called. Because let's be real, that's who's winning games for them.
It really is, Jerry.
Maybe Color Hex, but I keep forgetting he exists. So.
He's
It
like
hurts.
he piggy banks off of it, man. He's
does
like,
set
oh,
up-
Jerry, you got
They
2
do-
people. Let me get the rest of the 4.
They do
I mean,
kind of set each other up.
He
but-
was pretty good last season
He was.
when like Jerry wasn't there, but I mean, pretty decent isn't enough. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you need someone like Jerry to hop on your team and help you out. And if that means you're like a support DPS character, hell, be the best support DPS character you can be.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Drop.
the moment you have all been waiting for. The real matchup for this week. Houston versus Dallas.
Your shirt says "Awas."
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
I got this shirt also off
Awas.
the Overwatch League website. Please sponsor me. Sponsor us. That'd be great. The shirt's actually extremely comfortable. And
This is not an ad.
sorry, this is
I
not an
know.
ad.
Yeah. Do a clothesline review.
It's like it fits me so well. Anyways, I
I should
think
be on Instagram.
you will see this on Instagram, by the way. I'll just be flexing on this. Anyways, I think we're gonna go with Game 5 on
I
this
agree.
one. This is gonna be with the trash talk these 2 teams have had on Twitter this past week. This is going to be the hype matchup week.
Cowboys. Yeah.
Cowboys versus Flames.
So
It is
I'm going out on a limb here,
Cowboys.
and it's going to be a game 5, and Houston wins this matchup.
Oh wow! Wait, hold on a second. Did
know
I
why?
hear you right?
You did, and you know why I say that? Because I've literally sat here and watched Dallas games to prepare for this matchup. I've gone over stats, I've looked at players, I've been watching streams. I swear to you, Dallas is the better team by far. But they are going to choke in this matchup because I am so confident they're going to win this matchup. So I'm just not going to jinx my team. And you know what? Houston wins the game 5.
Oh.
Because
I
I'm
was
so
confused.
confident.
I
Dallas
know. I was like, this is not going the way I thought this was gonna go.
but I think Houston wins because we choke in game 5.
So you're actually saying that so the reverse happens? Is your
No,
logic?
that's not what I said.
I mean,
God.
I think you're putting that.
I think that's what you're implying here as well.
No, that's not what I said.
Well, I'll put it out there then. For JT, I think Dallas 3-1.
He's like, don't say it.
That is a great opinion. I just cannot agree with that.
Dallas
The Lord might
3-1.
smite me.
I still
He'll
think-
strike you down with lightning.
Dallas is the better Texas team here.
Shame on
They've proven it throughout the season. I know they had, like JT said, had rocky games against top tier teams, but still, even though they lost against them, they still showed, hey, we're still in the mix-up. You know what I mean? So
In every possible way, Dallas should win this game. They've got better DPS, better tanks, better supports. Every possible way they should be.
I wouldn't say they have better DPS. They only have decay, but
Houston wins.
I think. Well, obviously, as a man that bleeds green, I think
Awas.
Houston's gonna win. At the Awas. There we go. The Awas.
Outlaws.
They're gonna win this, obviously, in the game 5. It's gonna be extremely intense. I need Houston to pull out everything, every card they have in their pocket, the trap cards, the special ones. I need them to pull everything out to go ham on this. I need them to look the best they have all season. I need them to beat them like they beat Paris. Okay, I need their top tier to destroy this. 1, for clout reasons. 2, so JT can shut up. And 3,
I picked Houston
because
to
I
win.
believe that they can win this.
He's like, hey,
I
don't target me.
picked Houston to win. here.
You're picking them for the wrong reasons.
I'm picking them so the Lord and Savior won't yell at me and cause my beautiful Dallas team to lose.
See, he's doing this you're doing the right option for the wrong reason, okay? And that's why you'll lose, okay? That's why Dallas will lose. I think this is going to be
Dallas
really good, though.
is an incredible team that has a tendency to choke when I am too confident in them. So
Well, you're confident in them like every week, so
we're trusting in reverse psychology. Dallas, I'm sorry, Houston's gonna beat you.
think Blase and Dante will be coming out in the first half. Then we're going to see some Linkser. And oh boy, are we going to see some snips. Some little boops. Some doomfists inside their faces.
Oh, sorry. When you talked about Houston's lineup, it kind of makes me fall asleep. It's kind of boring. Blase. Bland. It's like the great value brands. Sorry.
I will kill you.
I can't believe you wasted money on that shirt.
It's actually really comfortable, dude. I'm serious. Like, this thing is.
It looks pretty good for a garbage bag.
Wow, that was so bad.
Just like 4 holes in it. Oh.
Where are these holes?
Right there.
I don't see you. Wait, hold on. I don't see you repping anything Dallas-wise. Not confident in your team, maybe?
No, I don't like to jinx my teams.
We're poor. Oh, yeah.
What? This is my lunch money. I spent my lunch money on this stuff, okay?
That's called bad decisions.
It's great decisions, okay? I got it perfectly for it. Actually arrived today for this specific reason to show off that Houston roll.
Dallas, don't let me down.
And they're probably going to choke. What if we see a 3-1 Houston? Ooh, that'll be
I
real
picked
spicy.
Houston to win, so.
God, you know what? Whatever.
Overwatch League, if I can get a Hung Sao Spark shirt, I will definitely wear pink. I don't care. Or London Spitfire. I'm just calling it out there, you know.
Dallas and New York. I've been repping y'all forever. Just saying.
Oh, you need a Jerry jersey as well. A signed Jerry jersey.
I need a signed jersey.
I want a signed New York Jerry.
That's gonna wrap it up here. Let us know in the comments on what you think the results of this week's gonna be and how these matchups will spice up the league. I'm Captain Zeus, repping the Outlaws with Novaburst and this unfortunate fellow JT. And we will catch you guys later. See ya.